Grim Reaper. Today I'm gonna go fast, so it'll probably only be a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna get started whenever they're at lunch, and the whole alarm goes off. Ida points out that it's just the media, and Deku was elected to be the class president and stuff. So what he does is that he takes out his scythe, slamming it to the ground, making everybody look back and look at his scythe. Think he's a villain and start running away. But Ida yells that he's not a villain and that it was just the media outside. While Deku's in the bathroom laughing, pointing at them. What's this guy's name? The coffee cup dude. Usually I get his name right. But yeah, he starts saying that you think he's better than me. No, then they say that he laughs at a lot of stuff for no reason. Some weird jokes and all that. They glare at him with laughing at them. So everybody's even madder at them and stuff. So they go to the USJ. Villains start popping out. Ida asked, are there supposed to be villains? But Deku's not caring and stuff. So then they tell Ida to run. He says Bakio and Deku are way faster than me and stuff. But Deku says that we can do a lot of long-range attacks compared to the rest of you. Bakio can use 25 right now, so he can shoot wind pressures and explosions, combining together, making long-range explosions that can shoot out like if it was a one-for-all punch. So he does that. Deku's just shooting them with his gun and all that. He's shooting his 40-round guns, I'm gonna say wind bullets and rubber bullets, hitting the people. And the wind bullets are like pushing them back, knocking them over, putting bruises. And the rubber bullets are hitting them in like the head, knocking them out at high speeds and stuff. So he's just shooting and stuff. Then I'm gonna say somebody with a hardened cork comes. You know that dude with those four arms that look like he was like rock? I'm gonna say his cork is called rock manipulation, and what he does is that he covers his whole body in rock and creates arms out of rock. And then Deku shoots full-powered air bullets that turn into black bullets because his one-for-all is black and stuff, hitting him, pushing them back. Then I want to say he comes up with his sword, because if something hits something hard, and the one thing that's harder, it would like, with enough force, it'll crack it. So he comes up with his sword that's like almost unbreakable and stuff, hitting the dude, cracking all of it away, slicing his arms, his two arms that were made out of rock off, and all that. Then they're fighting Kurogiri or Tomura. Tomura says, Nomu, kill the kid. Right now, the Nomu has 4 quirks. He has shock absorption, regeneration, fire, and guess what? Grim Reaper powers. I'm gonna say the Nomu is red in this one. And how they got the Grim Reapers? If Grim Reapers are immortal, just tell me, or something like that. But if they're not, I'm gonna make them immortal in this, I guess. So you know, in Black Butler, the dude, or the girl actually, but he looked like a dude, that was like Jack the Ripper, or one of them. He says Jack the Ripper. Yeah, he's Jack the Ripper pretty much. And yeah, they took his body parts and put them inside Nomu. I'm just gonna say All For One captured him somehow. I don't know how. And instantly cut him apart and put him in a Nomu. So his chainsaw is... Deku doesn't... He can feel that it was... He sensed similar to him, but because of all the human stuff made him look different and all that. So, yeah. So that happens, and if you guys want me to put the Butler that was in there, the actual Black Butler in, I can kill off somebody in this one. Or I can do the same thing with Mineta and SEO where he freaks out or something like that. It's probably just going to be Mineta I'm going to kill off no matter what. Kill off Mineta. But the Nomu comes up. Deku was expecting to cut through the chainsaw easily, like he does normally weapons. But whenever he hits it, it doesn't cut through instantly. Or at all, it doesn't even go in. He's confused. He is like, does he have... Is that like a Grim Reaper? Or like, did they take a Grim Reaper's body? I'm gonna say Deku's father knew what happened to the dude. And that's why he told Deku about his actual... That his Grim Reaper powers are not quirks, but his wind is a quirk. And stuff. So yeah, he is half human. That's how he gets a quirk. I won't say all quirks are just like ancestors of demons and angels and Grim Reapers, but that was like long ago and stuff. Kind of how, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho worked, where he got strong enough to like awaken his demon powers. So it's kind of like one person DNA mutated, causing all the other ones to powers to awaken further on through the life and stuff. So that's how quirks were made. But Deku's is like a primary power. So you can say almost everybody is a demon or a mythological creature's ancestor, except quirkless. Either they didn't get the mutation, or they might be like the only purebred humans and stuff. Or they just might not have enough demon blood in them and stuff. So yeah. That's how quirks were kind of made and stuff. So then they go on. He's starting fighting with Omu. He's using One For All. I'm going to say One For All is an ancestor of an angel. So, you know how One For All kind of like changed their body to be having a quirk and stuff? So, because of the Grim Reaper's powers and stuff, what I'm going to do is, I don't know the specifics of an angel's powers or anything. And I want to say that Inko is actually part of an angel group, because One For All is also like one of the strongest angel quirks. I'm just going to refer to them as angel quirks, or like demon quirks or Grim Reaper's quirks and stuff. So pretty much, yeah. What I'm going to say is that Deku, when he's fighting him and about to get slashed, he awakens a wing, one angel wing, and then he strikes, uses One For All on the wing, flipping it, blowing the hand of Nomu away, slicing it in half. Then he knows how strong the regeneration is, so he tries to take the shotgun. It was black, but now it's like a mixed with black and white, he noticed. And every shot, his one-for-all shot with air, it was black and white and stuff. So, yeah. I just wanted to put this in because if he had like angel bloodlines and stuff from him, and a mutation from one for all, creating him to give the quirk and stuff, making him turn into a half angel, because like the blood rapidly progressed, make him inhuman completely and stuff. So he has barely any human blood in him from now on. So this automatically makes him physically stronger. He has a wing and stuff, and gives him an amp power boost and stuff. So then he blows the heart away with the combined wing. All that, shitting it out, destroying it completely. Thinks it's done, and Nobu's on the ground. Nobu gets up, rushes at him. He slices the hand off. Having the chainsaw fly away, he grabs the chainsaw. The chainsaw was like crimson red, so it's gonna turn black and white whenever he touches it. For a second, throws it, and kicks it into his chest, ripping it apart and stuff. And then he comes up to the head and slices it off instantly, defeating the Nomu. And he told only like Bakugo, All Might.
There are two types of people in this world.
His Grim Reaper part of it, and Ida and Uraraka. So I'm gonna say people can see the scrolls whenever he traps them or takes them away from a body. And like these memories of the people, they see 4 souls, but one of the souls that they can see clearly, completely, like their full body, the actual body starts appearing, and it's a Grim Reaper and stuff. Deku has white hair and stuff, just to remind you. He's awake and he says, "Are you another Grim Reaper?" And now because he has he says, "Are you an angel? And why do you only have one wing?" And he senses Grim Reaper powers and angel powers, and like little traces of that powers in everybody around him and stuff. So yeah, they ask him what happened. He says this must have been somebody else with the Grim Reaper quirk, he says. And he says, "Quirk, what are quirks?" Now, he would know what quirks are because he was alive until All Might or One for All captured him. So he does know what a quirk is. He says, "Why do you call an art power a quirk?" He says, "Because everybody else's quirk is just like a mutation of demon powers and humans and stuff." So yeah, he just calls it the quirk. He says, "Okay," and stuff. So here he's in the background. People ask him what is his true power because like they seen the people's souls. He says that he can extract souls from bodies after they're dead and store the memories and plus he has 3 books in his hand. And they say stored memories, or that what the books were called. And then they ask him, "Who's this guy?" He says he's a person with the Grim Reaper quirk. They ask him how old he is. He says that I'm technically from England. Also, saying that I used to be called the Jack the Ripper. They asked Jack the Ripper because I think almost everybody knows who Jack the Ripper is. And like, so you're Jack the Ripper and stuff. They explain the whole story, and Deku goes walking off I'm gonna go to the USJ or now Sports Festival. They get there. And Deku has 2 wings now, but I'm gonna say 1 blackish gray wing and 1 pure white wing. And no, 2 gray wings, I'm gonna say. And he goes there, he's in a race, he activates 1 for all. And then they see white and black lightning swirling around him with wind with the same color in circular motion, and he forms one around his wings. When they say start, he blasts off with a gust of wind, speeding through. Baka with 30% now can't really keep up because how fast angels can fly with their wings. And if it's like how the angels in Seven Deadly Sins are, where they don't even flap their wings when they fly, which they can do, but that just only increases their speed and stuff, pretty much. So he's going full power. I want to say he's never really tested his new limits, and he's thinking how much faster he's going now. Because of the wind, he's crashing through robots people see. And they're asking what is his quirk and stuff. He explains his quirk, and he says that during the USJ, his something awakened inside his body, giving him wings. But whenever he was in the USJ, he only had 1 white wing, but now he has a gray wing on the other side and stuff. So he's flying, and he does wind attack, destroying a robot. He concentrated wind to it looks like a star form, and swings his arm, shooting it. This is pretty much an advanced version of his wind lance, but he says it's wind star. He uses that, destroying the robot completely with 1 shot, and put a crater in the ground. He flies over, he gets first, Mako second, Totoro third, 4th is Ida, 5th I would say Uraraka, or yeah. Then they go to the cavalry, because he has wings. He gets the same team, but he picks up them with wind and flies in the air and stuff. And they defend off. Deku's just shooting star shots, wind star shots, or shooting star, shooting people down instantly. Then he shoots a huge one, and he says spreading them into tiny little shots, hitting everybody, knocking people down. Same teams, pass and all that. So then, Deku versus Shinso. Shinso says, how does it feel having a powerful quirk? And mine's an evil quirk. And all of his Shinso's is a power of technically angel quirk, because angels can manipulate memories. So that's kind of like mind control. And Deku, it's not really but I'm gonna say Sensho didn't activate his quirk and stuff, because Deku kind of forcibly countered his mind control with his, and he says that yours is not a villain quirk, yours is an angel. Because I want to say he already explained to the class that everybody's quirk is just a different version of the angels and stuff. And then he asked, does you have an angel quirk too? He says, mine might have just awakened from a bloodline, because I have the original quirk that it might have made my angel bloodline come out prominently. So he says that the wind's probably from it. So my quirk kind of just evolved to the original state of it. He says that you have an angel quirk counteracting his mind control. He says, angel quirk, what you talking about? And I'm going to say the audience can hear. And they're asking what is an angel quirk. And then Isaiah says that back in the day, people said that from thousands of years ago, that actually the original quirks were 3 quirks that caused the myth of the Grim Reapers, the angels, and demons, he says. And he says that Deku, their father's quirk, is one of the original quirks called Grim Reaper. And he has a strong bloodline trait from the angels and stuff. A bloodline, because he has the original quirk. He caused him to have a original quirk of the angels also. And he says that everybody's quirk falls in one of the categories. And you must be saying that mind control was one of the powers of the angels to control people to not really do anything bad, that were doing bad. People are like impressed and they're confused that none of this knowledge came to the press. They asked this, and he says that we didn't know about this until Deku explained and stuff. So yeah. So next match, Todoroki versus Deku. I'm gonna say Todoroki fire is a demon quirk and his ice is an angel quirk. So whenever he walks up on stage, Deku says 2 bloodline traits, angel and demon and stuff. No. I'm gonna switch it the other round, or I'm gonna say that his mother is part of, you know, those like demon clans, or like those demons that can like freeze stuff. Those people, those are actually a type of demon. I'm gonna say, and then his fire is from like a warrior angel. He says angel side fire, demon side ice. He says, what you talk about? Fires are from demons. And he says a certain demon clan's name, saying the ice demons and stuff. Todoroki gets mad and he's trying to hit Deku with his ice, but Deku just shoots him with his wind enhanced with one for all, blowing them away easily, kind of just destroying them with his wings where he doesn't use his hands. And he says wings barrage, shooting his feathers out with wind, striking through his ice, hitting him like in points where it looks like it really hurts because it's like penetrating his skin and all that. He gets mad and he says, why do you want me to use my fire? Did my dad put you up to this? He says, no. It's just that you can't beat me with only half your power. So he does, and he says it's your power, not your father's. And he says you're unique. You have demon and angel bloodlines. And then he says whatever. He shoots his big attack, but Deku, he uses his gun and does 40 shots of wind. He's gonna fight Bakugo. Bakugo asks what type of quirk is. I must be angel. And he says, no, you have a demon quirk to explode stuff. they go fight. Bakugo's full, one for all, using one for all explosion punches. And his quirk kind of upgraded to like fire, or like more like explosion plasma, kind of like how in One Punch Man, what's his name again? The cyborg dude, blonde cyborg, fire kind of is. So he's shooting attacks like that, while Deku's shooting wind, counteracting them easily with his wings, and then he uses full power. They're friends and stuff, so Bakugo's not really angry or anything, so he's not going blindly in. He's being smart and all that. And Bakugo thinks because he can use explosion in his feet, so he blows off his shoes, kicking his feet into the ground, and he says volcano eruption, blowing it all up the ground. And then Deku says reverse wind eruption. What he does is pushing it down, cracking the ground below instead, counteracting his volcano eruption. Then he says shooting star, flinging a wind attack at him. And whenever he shoots a shooting star, there's like this vortex in a circle around it, picking up all the broken ground particles and rocks. When it hits Bakugo, so does all the rocks, blowing Bakugo out. Not when he bounces back in, rushing at Deku. With plasma, Howler's impact, and Deku pulls out his gun, which instead of the regular shotgun looking thing, he turns it into a sniper rifle that looks like, if you guys seen the manga of Attack on Titans, the anti-Titan snipers, like that, shooting it, or like, yeah, in pulling wind into the sides of them, turning both of the sides into black and white fire looking stuff on it, pouring out of it, shooting it, hitting Bakugo, not even hitting Bakugo, missing Bakugo on purpose, and creating a huge devastation, destroying the whole field, while Bakugo is knocked out, falls to the ground while Deku is flying in the air. No, I want to say he flew above Bakugo and shot it, not hitting Bakugo, but hitting the ground. And the control shot, destroying the whole arena. Like, you know how Mario just blew up the whole city, or like the whole country or whatever, or whole kingdom actually. Looking like that, with his wind, his like quirk energy, or like his powers of the Grim Reaper pouring, and his angel powers pouring out of it and stuff. And I want to say plants start growing around, and he wins. They have to leave that spot alone, and Deku says that we should probably all get out of here before all the plants start grabbing us. And they say, what? And plants start going out of it. He grabs Bakugo, jumps off. And then they have the winners on the outside of the area, because the whole inside is covered in plants, and so is all the rocks. People asking him, what did you do? He says that I just put all my energy into the shot. That was a little too much, and all the SS energy that wasn't used, that he didn't use, that he just left in the crater instead of making it explode, made all the plants. And they say, so you didn't use all the energy? He says, no. I probably, if I used all the energy, I'd probably wipe out the whole city. and a shot. And he still has the sniper in his hand. And people from the support class ask them, because his weapons are pretty much makeable, but they're probably not going to be as durable, so they can't use as much powder as him. So the sports class starts looking at his sniper, looking at the design of it. They say the sniper was specially made for your cork, or actually your lightning and your wind. And they say, and they noticed that stuff is attached to it. Guess what this is? It's black whip. And I'm gonna say after this, whenever they ask him what is that, he says that whenever during the weeks, this black stuff shot out of my arm, and then I used it inside the weapon that I created to hold it to my arm, where I can rapid fire shots. They say rapid fire, so you're telling me you can shoot those shots constantly? He says pretty much. And then it the black whip's kind of like covering his arms completely, kind of like fusing the gun into him. It looks like the gun's attached to his body. So then whenever Bakugo wakes up, he asks and wakes up whenever they're showing off Black Whip. He asks him what's that, and he whispers in the ear, it's from One for All. One for All. And whenever he goes somewhere, he says, meet me at the Davidal Beach. And he teaches Bakugo how to use his Black Whip. So how Bakugo uses it, he creates a cylinder around his arm, kind of making a cannon arm, kind of how Deku uses a sniper and stuff. And I'm gonna say that All Might retired, and they explained to the class that and because the One for All is connected to each other, and they know that it's not just like they have the same quirk, it says. And they asked Bakugo if he could do the same thing in front of the media. And they're like, what? And they say that Deku and Bakugo has a soul contract, or a soul binding. And I'm gonna say it's kind of how the demon mark has it, that was in his eye. I'm gonna say it's on their necks, or like on their neck, and they show them the binding, saying that it binds that power together. So they're saying that Bakugo can also use Black Whip. And he says Bakugo try to activate it. He sees all the users. He gets Black Whip, and he says, think of a cannon, forming a cannon in his arm, in his arms, and shooting them outwards into the, I'm going to say they go back in the arena, shooting it into the little ground, creating a huge explosion, widening at the bottom of it, shooting outward through the hole. That's kind of just as strong as Deku's shot, pretty much. And they go to the same place. I'm gonna say, because they do have One for All, they go to Night Eye. They explain the situation. Night Eye asked if they can do a soul bond with Mirio. And Deku makes up an excuse that you have to know the person well to do it, just in case he doesn't like Mirio or anything. And he goes meets Mirio, let's say, and they explain One for All to him, and he explains that Deku linked it to each other, so technically Bakugo can also pass down One for All to somebody. So they go on through it. They're walking down. I'm gonna say Deku lights Mirio, and and Night-Eye because they make jokes, and he starts laughing all the time. And Bakio says that he gets that from his father because his father does the same thing. He does stuff for laughter that you could pay his father to do anything by making him laugh and stuff. So he loves laughter. So I'm gonna say he links One For All to him. Since they can already do Black Whip, he automatically gets Black Whip. Current 3 One For All users. But Hanson Mirio's Quirk, so they train on Mirio's Quirk. And I'm gonna say they closed off the area and they are stopping the plants from growing. Deku walks in and stops his power from going everywhere. And he says this will be a new training area. It's not really, he's manipulating his own energy through the plants, kind of. It's not like he has plants manipulation, he's just manipulating his energy inside the plants. And creating big pillars of plants into an arena again. And says that we can practice here. And if something gets destroyed, I can just recreate it and stuff. So they're practicing and all that with Black Whip. Mirio Quirk's upgrades in time limits. But what I'm going to say is that he can shoot somebody, making them permeate with Black Whip. I'm going to say he has Black Whip in his top of his knuckles, kind of how Deku had it in canon, shooting them out with like this white ball, shooting somebody, making them permeate, or by touch or anything like that, making them permeate through punches. So they're battling. And they learn how to use their quirks better and control their big attacks more, where they don't just wipe out and create plants everywhere. Deku is. So he was focused on manipulating his plants and stuff. And I'll do the stand art next and stuff. So see you guys later.